The Dragonfly application consists of over 200 user interface forms, reports, and features. Users access these items from the application Navigator located along the left edge of the screen. By default, the features are arranged by application module. In this setup session, we'll see how the content and layout of the Navigator can be customized to meet the needs and conventions of your store. You can add and remove folders, rename folders or features, move features between folders, remove unused features, or include features in multiple locations in the Navigator. The Navigator Designer consists of two tree view lists. The list on the left includes all the reports and features not currently included in the Navigator layout. The list on the right shows the current layout of the Navigator contents. We'll walk through the ways that you can change your Navigator. Let's start with folder manipulation. To create a new folder, first decide where you want the new folder to go. To create a new top-level folder, click on the last current item in the list. To create a subfolder, click on the folder that will contain the new folder. Next, click the New Folder button, then enter the name of the new folder. You may want to rename a folder to reflect the terminology that you use in your store. For example, you may wish to rename the purchasing folder to Procurement. Click on the folder to be renamed, then click the Rename button, and enter the new name for the folder. If you have a folder that you no longer need, click on the folder, then click the Delete button. Note that if the folder is not empty, you will be warned that all the items in the folder will also be removed from the Navigator. If you want to move an existing folder into another folder, click on the folder to be moved, then drag and drop it into the folder where you want it to be. To just move a folder up or down in the tree, click on the folder, then use the up or down arrow buttons between the lists to move the folder. Now let's look at manipulating the items in the folders. To rename an item, click on it in the tree, then click the Rename button. For example, let's change Point of Sale to Customer Checkout. To change the order of the items in a folder, you can use drag and drop to move them to a new location within the same folder or to another folder. You can also click the item, then use the up or down arrows between the lists to move the item up or down within the folder. If you no longer need the item in the Navigator, click on it, then click the left arrow button or the Delete button to remove it. The removed item will go back into the appropriate module folder in the Available Features list. You can also double-click on an item to remove it from the Navigator. To add a feature not currently in the Navigator, first click on the folder where you want it to be added. Then click on the feature in the Available Features tree, then click the right arrow button to move it into the selected folder. You can also double-click on a feature in the Available Features list to add it to the currently selected folder in the Navigator. If you would like to have a feature located in multiple places in the Navigator, select it in the list, then hit the Copy button. A new item will be added to the list with the same name. You can then move it to the desired location. We'll finish the lesson with a few suggestions when customizing the Navigator. First, there is no wrong or right way to configure the folders and items. You should set things up to suit the way you run your store, with the items arranged in a way that is logical for you and your employees. Next, if you have some features that get used frequently, such as the point of sale form, you should consider putting that item at the root level of the tree, not in a folder. That makes the item quickly available with a single click. In most cases, users will go to the Dragonfly Report Center to run reports. But if you have reports that get run frequently, they can also be added as items in the Navigator. This makes it quicker to run the reports. When a user logs in, their permissions are checked, and if the user does not have permission to use an item in the Navigator, that item will be removed from the tree. If this results in a folder in the Navigator being emptied, the folder will be removed as well. As a result, employees with very specific responsibilities, such as a sales clerk, will see a much smaller list of items in the Navigator. If the Navigator text is too small for your employees to read, the font size can be changed in the Workstation Options form. Finally, no matter how you arrange items in the Navigator, some users may still have trouble finding the specific item they are looking for. We've added a fast search field at the top of the Navigator to help you quickly find any item in the list.